Hi, Spicewood first graders. It's Miss Rayborn here. So before we get started today, we said we needed to get our sketchbook. We needed a pencil. I had to get a little eraser because my pencil is getting low. And then I have my crayons close to me because I'm going to use those here in a little bit. So I'm going to put them off to the side. So in your sketchbook, you're going to open up to an empty page in your sketchbook. So I've got some drawings in here that I had been working on. I'm just going to find myself an empty page. Miss Rayborn has gone ahead and started my drawing so that I could go kind of quickly, but I would turn your page, if I were you, tall and skinny this way so that you can fit your beetle bug or your insect on there really nice and big. Now, we learned that there are 3 parts to an insect's body. There is an abdomen, a thorax, and a head. So Miss Rayborn drew in an abdomen, which is this part down here, the big part, a thorax, which is going to be this part here, and I'm going to give it some fun patterns and things later, but right now I just need to make sure I have 3 parts, abdomen, thorax, and then this is going to be the head of my insect. So you can see I started to draw in where some eyes are going to be. I started to draw some antennas, and I learned that if I draw something on one side, it kind of helps to go draw it on the other side. Then I do this side, and look at these fun, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 little pokes. So I'm gonna trace this so you can see it really well. And how many did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to have 1, 2, 3. One of them went way down like this, 4. Now it's not exactly the same because this one comes a little farther than this one, but I do have 4 like I have over here, right? Now, we said insects have how many legs? They have 6, right? 3 on each side. So far I've started to draw my legs, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still need 2 more legs. Now, I should have 3 on one side and 3 on the other side. I've also learned that insect legs have 3 parts to them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I need to draw my last set of legs down here. And I'm gonna draw the big part here, and then I'm gonna go over here and draw it again. Then I'm gonna draw the next part, and then I'm gonna go over here and draw this next part. It really helps me if I draw it over here to go straight over here and do it. If I draw over here, go straight over here and do it. They're never gonna be exactly the same, right? What do I want this one to look like? I kind of like these 3 little poke outs. So it comes out like this, and around, and then how many pokes are there? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Not exactly the same, but close, okay? So I've got my abdomen, I've got my thorax, I've got my head. I've got some antennas started, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. There are 3 legs on each side. So if I want to check myself right now to see if I'm symmetrical, I'm going to use a little ruler right here, and I'm going to hold it right in the middle. Do I have an eye on each side? Yes. Do I have an antenna on each side? Yes. Smallest leg? Yes. So I'm just kind of checking myself. Now I'm going to be kind of inspired. I get to do the fun part now. And I get to think about, what do I want my beetle to look like? Some of these beetles have the most amazing patterns on them, right? So I'm really excited to make some patterns on my beetle. So now is when I get to use some colors, okay? So if, for example, I decide to make a blobby kind of shape on this side, right? Then I have to go over here. How many bumps did it have? 1, 2, 3. So there's sort of a medium one, a little one, and then a bigger one. Now it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. And if I color this one in, this beautiful purpley pinky color, then I would have to go do it on the other side too. To keep things symmetrical, I have to keep my colors the same. So if that one is that light purpley, pinky, magenta kind of a color, then I have to make this one over here the same, okay? So if I decide to put this shape over here, I have to go over here and put a shape close to the same size, as close as I can get. I made that one a little bit more rounded, so I made that one more rounded, right? And then how about this? This is a tricky one. What if I want to put something right in the center? What if I want there to be a triangle kind of a shape right in the center? I'm gonna check it for myself. Did I put it half on each side? I did pretty well. Okay, if I want to put some line patterns and designs on this side, I need to do the other side. So 1, 2, 3 over here, 1, 2, 3 over here. I'm gonna switch to a new color, a turquoisey color. I accidentally broke this one, but that's okay because it'll color nice and big spaces. So what if I wanted, for example, there to be some line patterns? So I had 1, 2, 3, and look, short, medium, longest. So the first one is kind of short. I'm checking, is it about right? Next one down, kind of medium. Did I get it to about the right place? Next one down is the longest. Ooh, I made this one a little bit longer, so I'm gonna stretch this one down so it's closer to the same size. I can even test myself and see, did I make it about the same, about the same, about the same, right? I'm just trying my best as I go. Now, if I decide that this leg is going to be turquoise, this beautiful turquoisey color, I wanted a really colorful beetle. As I'm coloring in, I accidentally gave it some extra spots over here. So I have to go over here and make this one turquoise. This one over here can't be purple, right? Or it wouldn't be symmetrical anymore. Okay, so then I'm gonna do that. And then I added, kind of by accident, these little extra spots. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 so that it's as close to symmetrical as possible. Now, you are going to continue to add color to your beetle in your sketchbook until you've gotten it all filled up with colors and patterns, but I want you to get started. So I'm gonna show you one last time some inspiration beetles with patterns, really bright colors. They often even have really interesting legs. Look at those are so cool. And in your sketchbook, you're just gonna practice and adding some color with some really interesting, cool shapes and colors. This week, we're not doing any sharing in our seesaw. You did a great job last week. It was so much fun to see your things. Next week, we'll talk more about our next project and how you can share. Next week, we'll share again in seesaw. So just enjoy making your symmetrical insect beetle bug. Use lots of colors and patterns, and remember, if it's on one side, it has to go on the other side to keep it symmetrical. So I will see you soon. I'm missing you. I can't wait to see your next version of your insect next week. Okay? Have fun.